Hello and welcome. And now let's look at the penultimate verse, verse number 49, the last laugh from the book Footprints on What is Free. Now, this verse is about seeking. It's a long one, it's got three parts. So I'll read out a few extracts from each part. And this speaks about what that which is sought is never lost. So, how can it be found? And it is all about seeking, how seeking can appear in myriad of ways. So let's look into it now. So this is about, and it's based on I don't know if you know a street food called vada pav in Mumbai city. It's based on Mumbai city. So I'll read that out. Part one: a certain potato, smart and neat, known for honesty, manners sweet, lived lavishly in Mumbai city. Was adored for his humor witty, affluent and idle to the root, he spent time in love's pursuit, then fondness coincidental and connection mutual with his married neighbor, the soft bough with uncertain flavor, begot a youthful delight, where the day spent felt right. Obsessed with her appearance, he could not resist her presence. So spent most hours of the day in pleasurable play, but it gave rise to immense stress, for it seemed improper, a mess. And then, of course, goes on, and then remorse then distressed the potato, and inner restlessness seemed to grow, shattered moral compunctions, tormented thoughts and questions. Wondered what is right, what wrong. Should he listen to the society's song, or the power's heart, or his voice, or the lettuce and his lack of choice? Then the potato then wished to redress his conduct, the impending stress, and then he follows gurus, the local guides. Now, what happens is, instead followed fear and dismay, as experts sold him hell's display. He becomes a prey to theories, and to bewildered, couldn't find a way to liberate from this fear confusion. He then pursued self realization and visited the local gurus who taught him that detached view would end strife, help him across life's abyss, a prerequisite to moksha bliss. Now everything simply collapses because everything collapses at the altar of this isness. Then deep down, the potato knew that he couldn't be defined by anywhere, so he decides to leave Mumbai city and go to the mountains above. Now, there he meditated and did fast, watched his thoughts in silence go past. As yogic practice grew intense, he wondered if he chased a pretense of perfect frame, lasting serenity, and targets of imagined eternity. He saw how rattled the closets with secrets of these yogic prophets, and how the devotees gave away their authenticity to expert play, revered authority in the name of elite knowledge and tall claims. But others narrated spiritual experiences, though individual, to claim the highest presence, enjoy power in garbs of penance. Now he wonders again, wasn't he fed more rules of divine judgment at schools? Didn't his desires set further goals which tried to fill a fathomless hole? Was he imprudent, insane, to be stuck in a higher power game? And how was this scenario different from the marketplace termed ignorant? Anyway, then he leaves that and he goes to Russia, and then he leaves Russia as well, wonders, didn't he revere authorities again in diverse garb and reign? Did he embrace pseudo atheism only to be rid of deism? Anyway, beliefs, replacing belief with beliefs. Anyway, then he goes to the USA. There he applies the secret. Um, Left for the USA to extend and grow. There he the secret did apply, to positive thinking did lie, ordered the universe and prepared chits, stayed in the present, lived by his wits. As the French fries and chips did rule, the Sikh blonde oil his success tool. The more he sought the positive, the more danced thoughts negative, which were followed by intense fear. What if the negative would occur? Then he wished to escape the fear that seared his peace by means severe. Then he wondered again, isn't this another insatiable game of constant positivity, my claims? Are not his wishes the reason, selfish claims of his person that he sought the positive? Though it had made him combative, he was in a constant battle to remove negativity that rattled. That's exactly the same. The more that is sought, any kind of seeking becomes very violent. So And of course, then he wonders again, like why is did ordinary life seem dismal, full of strife? So because it's deemed as something that is in anyway. So he goes on. He questions again, why could no technique fill the void of his restlessness paranoid? Why was inadequacy at the heart of each technique, aim, or part, for positive, negative, creative tricks to fortify the native? Was fear and separation at the root, nourishing each other to become astute? Then finally, he moved to Europe and Britain, and he met many enigmas who showed apparent is a stigma. One energetic presence alone is this appearance. There is no individual separate, caught in a devicle. It is pretends to subdue an illusion, for there is none in delusion. Now again, he questions, he wonders, how could the other complete his life which ever seemed deplete? Did he not shop for gurus and guides? Thus in illumined state reside, but nothing ever bought peace, ephemeral all events of ease. Why did he rush from pillar to post, seeking the celebratory toast? And did he not buy a lot of BS packaged in spiritual kit? Even believe the impossible in the name of spiritual. Anyway, then finally he packs up and moves back to Mumbai city. Now, the airport, he sees a book which is called Footprints on Waters Free, and then goes through the book and then questions the book and the author itself. Imperfect poetry, mediocre art, packaged in creative craft, romanticized as a non dual card, with tales, dull dialogues, a canard. And then he goes on to say, what is the aim? What drives the individual in pursuit of this spiritual? Is linking to a higher God, carrot and stick, a facade. Isn't a quagmire this chase? Could he ever find peace in time and space? And aren't all relations needs disguised for base mental or abstract voice? And of course, he keeps thinking, and then while traveling, he says, well, isn't the collective society glorify itself in guise of propriety? And then he not only questions society, he also wonders, isn't energy appearing as everything? Be it a society that lives in linear time and space or whatever. And he says, isn't all simply an appearance, a dance of energetic, in perfect cadence, energy in perfect cadence? And of course, then he reaches Mumbai city, and the potato reached Mumbai city, was welcomed by the air warm and gritty. He smiled at the lack of attainment, yet absent seemed the restless raiment. Now, unanswered remained the questions, disappeared without solutions. Remained a rumbling silence, complete, enigmatic appearance, depleted treat, a naturalness for no one, without the non dual jargon. The loudest natural sound alone seemed to be abound, an energetic hum astir, that immediate does occur, as the forms in presence, formless in form's appearance. Alone was present, with none to be absent. Possession, alleged love and lust, all ruined, nothing to grab or trust. And then, of course, it goes on. Simply natural life on its own, playing, with no one on the throne. Life alone appearing as it is, with none to it live, create or miss. An unknowing without a flow. No world out there to know. Simply this, the appearing scene. No way to know if it is pristine or messy or without a purpose. For life alone, none in reapers, with no demands to alter the appearance, nor to amend its non acceptance. Enigmatic presence, being alone, but no loneliness, a song unknown. And then, of course, it goes on again. And he's invited then for a party. I'll just read this out before I read that. Life as it is, simply this, complete in each crack, each abyss, where sadness begot tears and survival its fears, without an investment, yet there was no detachment. This naturalness is not a consequence of travels, seeking, or brilliance, for it is not caused or obtained by anyone, but is unconstrained freedom which is present, is not confined to events. There wasn't a potato without me, but a freedom, completely free, formless forming, not an experience, naturalness in perfect cadence. It was completely evident for no one present or absent that there is no phenomenon to be present or absent of one, or speak of it or share its essence, or reiterate oneness of presence. But this is the power then sent an invite to the potato, and there he goes. At dinner, many did question, while others offered suggestions. Some wished to know the natural, goes on. Um, some wished to know the natural, most imposed faiths unnatural. The potato then glanced around at life, its miracle abound, of wordless words, verbs in dance, of no nouns, pronouns to thus prance, no dream catchers to dreams store, yet the appearance of dreams galore, with claims of being near and far, yet none to trade in the bazaar, a bazaar of me's and I's, yet none to sell it or buy. And then, of course, it goes on towards the end. So, this is the penultimate verse. And then we just got one more to go. Um, the last laugh from the book Footprints on Water Spray. Thank you.